What is up, funnel chatters? Welcome to part 3 of CF 2.0 Step by Step. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2 yet, go back and watch those on the channel. We'll show you how to connect a domain to your account no matter what scenario you're in with your custom domain. And I'll show you how to set up payment AI so that you can process payments on your account. And in step 3 here, in part 3, we are going to set up something called our marketing settings. I like to do this ahead of time because we are going to need this set up once we start creating emails and automated messages and workflows. We have to set this up to be able to send those automated emails, to send broadcast emails to our different lists that we're going to get in our account. We need to have this set up. And what's really awesome is now when we set up our domain in part 1, actually, it took care of a really important step that we used to have to manually do. So I'm super excited that part of the step is already out of the way. All right, so to get to your marketing settings, all you do from your dashboard is go to marketing and then marketing settings. And if you don't have it set up yet, it will take you there right away. So in the marketing section here is where you can set up workflows, which is in CF Classic, they were called follow-up funnels, where we set up automation sequences. We can set up broadcasts. We can set up email templates. And then look, there's even some things coming soon, like deadline timers and countdown timers that we'll be able to incorporate it into our marketing settings as well later on in the future. As soon as that's available, expect some videos from me. But for right now, marketing settings. We have our general settings, email addresses, topics, and DKIM keys. You'll see it says, please provide your address. This is required before you can use other marketing tools. So first you have to put your address in here, whatever your business address is right here. This is automatically going to be shown on the footer of every email that you create. And that is because basically by law, you have to have that on the bottom of every email that you send to someone when it's sent from an automated service. So the fact that it's requiring us to do this is actually a really good thing, even though you might not like doing it. Basically, you have to do it to avoid being sued. So do make sure you fill this in. So go ahead, put your business name, business address. I'm going to come back and change this to my actual business address later. Put the country, city, and postal code or zip code, depending on where you live. Okay. Then you have something here called unsubscribe footer. This is the text that's going to show up at the bottom of every email you send. And it's going to be the link they can click on. So whatever words you put in here will be the words that they click on to unsubscribe from receiving emails from you. So if you don't put anything in here, it'll just say unsubscribe. I learned this rule a long time ago. I don't even know if it's actually true. But if you put something other than the word unsubscribe, it can help with deliverability. A lot of spam emails go out. Almost all of them have the word unsubscribe at the button. So I usually put something like, click here to stop receiving emails from me. And then that is the words that they will be able to click on to unsubscribe. In ClickFunnels Classic, you had to put all this code and stuff. We don't do that anymore. Just put the words in here, and the address that we were adding through code before in ClickFunnels Classic is now pulled from this piece right up here. Okay. Then you can choose whether or not you want to hide the Powered by ClickFunnels branding. I'm actually going to turn that on for mine. And then you can put your company email addresses. So right now, it's only going to pull through no reply emails for domains that I have connected to this account, verified and connected to this account. So I have funnelchats.net, .com, and .ca. But we can add more. We're going to hit save here. We're going to come back and finish that, right? We need to have these to be able to send emails. But before we do that, we're going to go over to email addresses. Since I have these 3 domains connected, right? .net, .com, and .ca, I can add additional emails. All I do is click on add email address. We're going to give it a label, a name, and choose which domain we want it to be on. So we're just going to call this one. Label will be Gregory. I just like to make it my name, honestly. Gregory Dakins, make the name my name, Gregory Dakins. And then this is going to be Gregory at funnelchats.com. Now, this doesn't create the custom email address gregory@funnelchats.com for me. So you could put anything on here and it's going to send out, but you want it to be an email that when someone actually replies to it, it goes somewhere, right? So you would want to create email hosting for whatever email you're putting in here if it doesn't already exist. I like to do that personally through Google Business. You can do it through Zoho or Outlook. There's lots of places that you can create email hosting. A lot of the times it's just wherever you purchased your domain from, you may have set that up at the same time. So, we might create another one, support@funnelchats.com. I could add that on here as well. But then what I want to do is make sure I go in wherever I've created my email hosting, make sure I create that custom email address. Okay. If you don't see the domain you want, you have to add it. So it tells you that. So we'll create gregory@funnelchats.com. And then I'm also, right, look, it added it just like that. I'm also going to create, let's just make another one called support. It's just going to be support@funnelchats.com. You'll see why I did that here in a moment. Okay. So on the ClickFunnels side, it's easy. Just, put an email in here that you've actually set up email hosting for, or you're going to shortly. But now back under general settings, you'll see there's different emails we can set the defaults for. So first there's system emails, and system emails are here under settings and system emails. There's all these default emails that send out for different things, right? If someone registers for one of your courses, there's going to be enrollment notifications. When someone successfully purchases something from you, you can set up automated confirmation emails that give them a receipt basically for what they purchased. So all kinds of defaults in here. And by default, they're going to come from no reply at clickfunnels.com or whatever default no reply email you have set up in your account. But if you go to your marketing settings, you can control what email those system emails are coming from. So I'm going to set it up so that the emails get delivered to their inbox from gregory@funnelchats.com. But then I want to say, okay, if someone replies to that email, instead of it going right to my inbox, send it to my support email address inbox. So I can put reply to as support@funnelchats.com. So that's a use case where you might use two different custom email addresses. And then marketing email address. This is going to be any emails we send from our workflows or from our broadcasts. What do we want those to send from? Although in some of the settings, we may be able to override that, but it's good to have the setup. What is the default one that's going to be set by default? So here I'm going to do the same thing. Look at it from Gregory@funnelchats.com. And reply to, it'll go to support@funnelchats.com. Okay, so we hit save. Now that is all in there. So that's taken care of. Custom emails, super easy. That's taken care of. Then we have something called topics. And so topics are kind of cool. I haven't completely figured this out just yet, but I get the general idea of it is you might have different topics of different types of emails or even lists that people are subscribing to. So one of my topics might be, let's just say, I have this thing called the funnel breakdown files. Okay. So I have a series on my channel called Funnel Breakdowns where I create these sort of deep dive master files of different funnels that I've broken down in the series. People can opt in to receive that. So maybe, I create a bunch of different emails under that topic. And when I send out emails to people about those things, it's under that topic. And then when someone clicks my unsubscribe button, they can choose to unsubscribe from everything or just the emails related to funnel breakdown files. These will both be seen on that unsubscribe page when someone goes to unsubscribe. So keep that in mind when you're typing these out. Oh, actually the description here only we will see. So that's good to know. Okay. So now I have these two different ones. See, it says here, send company product team announcements to your customers or just send a message to say, welcome to your new label. We're not actually going to do that, but I haven't experimented with it too much, but I do know when you hit the unsubscribe button, you will see these different ones. Okay, then we have DKIM keys. This is the piece that forever was tricky and causing issues for people. but now we actually set up our DKIM key right when we connect our domain. So we don't have to wait for anything to verify because we did that in step 1 already. So for us right now, it's as easy as just setting up those general settings, setting up some email addresses, and now I can go to broadcasts. I can create a new broadcast. I can go to workflows. I can create a new workflow and add an email step into the workflow. I can go to email templates and create default templates I can use for the starting point of any of the emails I create in broadcast or from workflows. We're going to get into all those things as we start building out funnels throughout this entire tutorial. But for right now, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get the settings configured, get it set up so it's there and ready for me so that when I go to build my funnel, when I go to build my follow-up funnel sequence, when I go to set up my broadcast notification email, it's just there and ready to go. So that is step number 3, guys. That is the third thing I normally set up right off the bat whenever I'm setting up a brand new workspace or account inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. That is it for step 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this or if you ran into anything you need answers for. Remember, hit that subscribe button. I'm releasing new videos every single week, sometimes multiple videos per week. Everything to do with ClickFunnels 2.0, funnels, online marketing. You don't want to miss it. So even hit that little notification bell so you get notifications. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.